Alright, and after about 2 hours of building, we have a completed Wonder Artistic Models Therizinosaurus shalaniformis here. Oh, and it's hitting my hat because it's so tall. Therizinosaurus has always been one of my favorite dinosaurs ever since the Chased by Dinosaurs special with Nigel Marven, which is where it was first introduced to me as a kid. And this model looks absolutely stunning. This is one of the newer models from Wonder Artistic Models. Thank you to Simon so much for sending this kit out to me once again. And as always, if you want to get Wonder Artistic Model for yourself, make sure to use the coupon code SpinoDude-Wonder, all in caps, on their website to save 10% on your next order. Now, the genus name Therizinosaurus translates to scythe lizard, which is in reference to the absolutely massive claws on its forelimbs, and the species name Shalaniformis roughly translates to turtle form, I believe, because when the massive claws of Therizinosaurus were first found, they were thought to belong to a giant species of turtle, but as it was later found out, they actually belonged to a giant, arguably weirder creature than a giant turtle with huge claws, but a huge pot-bellied, long-necked creature with a very small head and some of the biggest claws of any terrestrial creature in Earth's history that we're aware of. And this model looks absolutely gorgeous. That vertical pot-bellied posture of Therizinosauridae in general is captured beautifully here. I love the gastralia framing the bottom of the ribcage so you can really get an idea of the general silhouette of this very large animal. The ribcage is also very wide, and the ribs are a little bit more fragile than on some other builds because of that, because they're so long and curvy and thin in some areas. So be careful when you're pushing those in. Make sure you push them at the base of the piece as hard as you can just to get them into the slots. The neck on this one can also be adjusted at slight different angles if you'd like. I'll put up pictures to show that. I just built it at the standard height here because I think it looks the best that way personally. And the tiny head on this one comes equipped with an articulated jaw, so you can adjust that however you'd like for display. Now, Therizinosaurus is actually fairly fragmentary. We have most of the arms, I believe, and then the claws, of course. And then I believe we have a section of a foot in the back and a few other bones scattered here and there, maybe a couple ribs or something from what I remember. I can put up a diagram in the video so you can see. But reconstructions like this are based off of other members of Therizinosauridae, and I believe for other Therizinosaurs, the heads in particular are based off of the genus Erlikosaurus, which is one of the only larger Therizinosaurs that we have an actual skull of. Now, of course, I think the highlight for Therizinosaurus is, of course, the massive claws on it, and they are captured really nicely here. A little bit difficult to assemble, I will say, around the hand area, just because you need to be super careful because the wrist parts are very, very thin, so be careful when you're pushing those parts in if you get this one, when you're pushing the claws into the hand. But I really love the way the claws are posed on this one, personally. They're not really flashy and like in a super aggressive pose. This is a very relaxed, classy looking depiction of the animal's skeleton. And I love how it's holding its claws kind of close to its chest, just dangling naturally downwards. I especially like the hand that's kind of curling under the other one in the construction. I think that's really, really cool. And because this one is so front heavy, because all of the weight of this one is on the front with the massive chest and arms and the long neck, this is the first Wonder model I've made where you actually have to attach a little bit of string onto the tail that loops into the base as a little bit of a counterbalance just to keep the thing standing upright. But yeah, I don't think there's much else to say about this one other than what a gorgeous display piece. So much fun to build. These models are so therapeutic. Even just for the building experience alone, I highly recommend getting them. But thank you so much again, Simon, once again, for sending this one out to me. It was an absolute pleasure to build one of my favorite dinosaurs, Therizinosaurus, in skeleton form. Now, in case you're wondering how big this one is, it is just about 16 inches long, pretty big, and in terms of its height, it is just about 12.5 inches tall, so just over a foot tall. And for comparison, I'll throw out the Wonder Artistic Model Spinosaurus skull and our wonderful little Dangs fish model from Blue Fury Designs, which I think is going to become a consistent size comparison in all my reviews moving forward. But yeah, if you have one of these skull model kits, you can really get an idea of just how tall this thing is.
Oh no. Ooh, yeah.
But anyway guys, that is going to do it for this look at the Wonder Artistic Models Therizinosaurus Shalaniformis model kit. Thank you, Simon, for sending this one out to me once again. Absolutely gorgeous. One of my new favorites, if not just my favorite one that I've built so far. It looks awesome. If you want to get one for yourself, make sure to use the coupon code SpinoDude-Wonder at the checkout to save 10% on it. And at the time of recording this video, I have not launched channel memberships yet, but that video will be coming out before this one. So anybody who got the SpinoDude tier, I will put in a scrolling credits on the screen. Thank you so much for watching once again, guys. Let me know what you think of this one down below, and I'll catch you in my next video, so take care and bye-bye.